This is So Many Sequels. I'm Josh.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Garrett.
We're doing things a little differently today. This is a weird episode.
Yeah.
David's obviously not here. And this is not a regularly scheduled episode. We know that a lot of people are staying inside right now. Staying in their homes as much as possible.
Just as we are.
Social distancing, they call it.
Are we practicing that right now? We're all very close.
Not technically, I suppose. However,
we are under 10.
We're keeping it to under 10 people.
Yeah.
We all live in very close proximity anyway.
Right.
So this is us doing our best, and we've pretty much stayed at home. So,
yeah.
But we wanted to keep bringing you guys content, mostly because
we love you.
We love
you.
And people need content right now.
Yeah.
I need content right now.
Yeah.
People are itching for it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the movie industry right now, which is what we do with this show. Some movies we just saw have been just moved from theaters to video on demand.
Right.
The Invisible Man, big hit right now, moved to VOD.
Yep.
Trolls World Tour is going to come out on video on demand. What else? Bloodshot.
The Hunt.
Vin Diesel, The Hunt.
Yeah. The Bloodshot, I think, was the surprise one for me because that movie has been in theaters.
Right.
But I mean, no, all the theaters are closed, so what are you going to do? You have to release it.
Yeah. So this is we talked a little bit about this whole situation on a couple of bonus episodes we've released on our podcast feed. But things change rapidly every day since we record those.
Oh, yeah.
So we're always a few steps behind trying to keep up. So since then, pretty much every major movie theater chain has announced that they're closing essentially indefinitely.
Mm-hmm.
AMC Theaters, Regal, and Cinemark, all three are closed.
They're done.
Yeah, it's...
At least for now.
I don't even know. I'm kind
now.
of speechless about it. I've never seen anything like this. I don't know that anyone ever has. It's a tough time, Movies are what we do for fun, and we can't do that. It's what a lot of people do for fun. And it's also a huge industry where these employees are just going to not have a job for the foreseeable future. AMC's estimates were 6 to 12 weeks.
That's conservative.
Yeah.
That's conservative. It could go further.
So, what are your thoughts on what's going to happen now from here?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm really hopeful that the 6 to 12 week estimate is accurate, preferably 6 weeks.
Yeah.
The way things look right now, it seems unlikely that it'll be that short of a time. But I'm really hopeful that once theaters are able to open again and this virus has kind of started we've gotten to the other side of that curve.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful that people will want to go to movie theaters. They'll be I'm stir crazy. It's been 2 days for a lot of people since a lot of these new regulations or whatever have come into play during the work week. And so people are already getting stir crazy, and we've got a long way to go.
Right.
So I'm really hoping that people will just go to the theaters, watch movies. However, whenever they do reopen, I'm concerned that there won't be any movies to show because of all of the films, the major blockbusters that have been pulled from the calendar completely. Some of them moved to... Fast 9's moved to next year.
Yeah.
Black Widow and Mulan have no dates, and Bond isn't until November. So I'm concerned either way. That's my thoughts. I'm hopeful that theaters can survive, honestly.
Here's one thing that I have been thinking about when it comes to the survival of these chains. What if they do it's almost like a double service. So they still have the theater, but they also have their on demand. If they let's say AMC opens up their own channel.
Well, so it's interesting you bring that up because AMC does have a video on demand service.
Okay, so
I think they're the only ones that do.
Yeah.
They have. It's basically like any other iTunes or Apple or Amazon video. You can rent and buy digital movies from AMC right now.
Ones that are in theaters?
No.
Okay.
That's why, like I said, it's just like any other one, where they have the same kind of time restrictions, but they do exist, and I've seen them encourage people. We're all A-list members. I got an email today that was like, "Hey, we still have this that you can buy movies from because that's the only way they have left to make money."
So we were talking.
Others might do it too, though.
You and I, Josh, were talking about this whole thing is going to be an experiment for so many different things. And video on demand is one of them. And I in this conversation, I've come to the conclusion that I don't think it's going to happen. And here's why. I think that the studios right now are just trying to get whatever money they can. But you look at those big blockbuster movies and you say, okay, we've proven that movies can come out digitally and we can make some money. But you had mentioned that, for families that want to see these movies, you pay $20 for a movie, you get it that time, and then you get to see it. I don't think that studios will do that because in the long run they would lose money on those blockbuster movies because
on the big blockbuster
because then you would have to buy, just the $120 streaming as opposed to the $4 $10 movie tickets. And so that gives me a little bit of hope, and I just like the experience personally. I know some people don't, but I think in the long run, people would lose, or the studios and the movie theaters and everything else would lose so much money that they would be like, this is not a good long-term solution, but in situations like this, we can make it happen for some that we don't necessarily project to be our big hitters.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, because grosses are kind of a touchy point, because what happens is that it's just like if you buy a movie, like say in your living room, and then all of a sudden you can fill as many people as you want to in there and only pay the one ticket price for. What's really going to happen is we're not really going to know until after this upcoming Friday, when these movies are released, how well they do.
Yeah, I'm sure studios will report how well they do these first weekends.
Yeah.
And it'll also be really interesting to see what the box office does look like, because there are some chains that are remaining open.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be real bad.
Yeah.
What I'd like to see is just give it a shot. Give one of your movies, not one of your blockbusters, but one of your better known movies, give it a shot. Release it new on video on demand and just see what happens. Mm-hmm. See how much money you were projecting, and then see what you make. And that will tell you what you like. You obviously wouldn't want to do Black Widow or Mulan or anything like that, but surely there are some movies that have some hype that are kind of like, this will be a good one, that you could just throw out there and see what happens. I think Bloodshot's the closest one, but like...
The thing, though, with that is we still it won't really be a good test, because of the fact that right now, there's no competition.
Yeah.
Right.
We're talking about a world where you release a on-demand movie in a world where movie theaters are open, and that's not the case right now. Mm-hmm. So they're almost certainly going to be inflated.
Yeah.
You would think. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, and
I think a lot. I think a lot of things are going to change.
Yeah.
When the dust is settled and everything goes back to normal, there won't really be a normal like we knew it. There's going to be a lot of people up in the movie theater industry who are like, okay, they're going to lose serious money.
Yeah.
And we know that they're already lobbying the government.
They're already hurting
for some money to bail them out.
Yeah.
So they don't go out of business. So things are going to change. I think I've read some speculation that laws might change. Right now, movie studios can't really own a theater chain. There's been talk of getting rid of that, and movie studios and having their own movie theater chains, which I think is
I'm not
concerning a little bit, because then you're not allowing certain theaters. There's certain movies in certain theaters. That's a whole nother rabbit hole that could be an issue. But the movie theater experience isn't going to go away forever.
Yeah.
But I think it could be very different, possibly.
Yeah.
In the long run. So
we will see.
On a local level, I just want to mention that we've had to have Circle Cinema closed down.
Yes.
That's a nonprofit that is very close to all of our hearts.
Yes.
We're all members there.
They don't play the blockbusters.
Right.
No, that's what makes them beautiful.
They run on pure, mostly donations and memberships, and they do so many fundraisers. So, everybody's trying to find ways to survive during this moment. So if you are a fan of Circle Cinema, please reach out to them and give them a donation.
Yes, please.
The Admiral Twin, we just found out, is able to stay open because it's not necessarily a theater. People are normally in their cars, and they're at an outside venue. So that one is able to play movies, but what do you think they're going to play in a couple of weeks?
Right. I mean, right now they're playing Onward, Sonic the Hedgehog, I Still Believe, and I forgot the last one.
Yeah, I can't remember.
What was it? The Call of the Wild.
Yeah. Which has been out for a long
Are they just
time.
going to keep playing those? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Mm-hmm.
But those are 2 theaters that is the one theater in Tulsa. No, I shouldn't say that because I don't know that for a fact. There might be others that are open. B&B Theaters is still open. That's Star World, and there's one in Claremore.
Yeah.
This is all for, local Tulsa people, of course.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Like you said, you can go to circlecinema.org, though, and throw them a donation so that they can keep the lights on.
Keep the fire going.
And with that...
Keep the reels rolling, too.